What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're going to take a look at Banshee, we're going to see what he gives us for all three of our weapon packages, and I'm just going to spoil it right now. We get a pretty good roll somewhere in this video. Dare I even say God tier roll? I dared. So I'm pretty excited. Again, I always recommend doing Banshee the Gunsmith. In fact, we did a video last week and we talked about the Siva weapons and how it's probably a really good idea to go ahead and start leveling up Banshee, especially if you've ignored him. Now, as far as a level to rank him up to, I don't really know. I would say at the minimum, make sure your Banshee is at least a level 5 for whenever the Rise of Iron comes out. I would hedge my bets and try to get him up to level 10. You don't have a lot of ability to really rank him up fast. There's only a set number of Banshee reputation points that you get every week, so if you've got him low, start doing it right now, before we even get to September. Get Banshee ready to go. And someone happened to leave a comment yesterday. They were talking about the fact that it's probably a really good idea to edge Banshee's reputation, and I 100% agree. Edging Banshee's reputation is going to be really easy because you know exactly how much experience Banshee gives off each package, and there is no chance that you can accidentally gain more reputation than what you're doing unless you're just simply miscounting. And what edging is basically bringing the Banshee reputation level nearly to the next stage, but don't go over, don't turn it in, don't level up or anything like that. Wait until the Rise of Iron comes out and then level up Banshee that final tiny little bit, that one little extra point that you need to do to turn in, and then go ahead and grab the package after the Rise of Iron drops. So continue leveling Banshee and try to edge him as the Rise of Iron comes on. Now, you obviously don't have to worry about edging Banshee just yet. You still have a few weeks where you can just go in, balls to the wall, get all the leveling on Banshee you want. It's only as you get closer to September 20th that you'll really want to start worrying about it and thinking about it and preparing. And the reason why is because the raid is coming just 3 days after launch, and that means you're going to need to get your light levels up to raid relevance if you want to raid that opening weekend. What will that be? Well, my best guess is 370. Why would I say that? Well, we know that the maximum light level for normal is going to be 385. So the maximum light level for pretty much the first month is going to be 385. Whenever the hard raid comes out, it will jump up to 400. So that 400 to 385 difference is 15. I'm taking 15 off of 385, and I'm going to say that to get into the raid, you probably need to be 370 light. You won't exactly be strong, and if you go into the raid at 370, hope your RNG holds up, and you get some weapons or gear that end up raising that light level, because for sure by the time you get to the boss, 370 is going to be way too low to deal with the boss. That's just the way it is. That's the way it was in the King's Fall. Pretty much you were able to go through at minimum light until you got to orcs, and then it just became bad. You were pretty much a liability at that time. So try to raise your light level as high as you can, 370 at the very minimum, and I definitely mean minimum. As far as the Banshee weapons this week, they are all PvE, but they are a little bit grindy. I ended up going into the Dreadnought for the first two, which were the Hive and the Centurion kills. I ended up taking care of those in the Dreadnought. Then you can see I'm over here for the Vex. There's a primary weapon and the fusion rifle for the Vex Minotaurs. These ones are pretty easy. The final one is the Fallen Captains, which you can pretty much do out on patrols if you go up to the left-hand side and you just go all the way up. As you're going into the complex, you can see that one Fallen Captain that just likes to spawn in, and you can go ahead and take care of him by just running the laps. That's not a bad PvE week. It takes a little bit of time, it's just a little bit grindy this week, but it's worthwhile to get all of your weapons all leveled up, especially if you're significantly lacking on the Banshee reputation, which I have a feeling there are some people that are. Again, try to get Banshee at least to level 5, so you don't miss out on anything right from the start of the Rise of Iron. Now what we need to do is we need to go see what weapons Banshee is going to give us. We're starting off on the Hunter. Whenever we turn in this Gunsmith package, we end up getting ourselves an Irene. Now, my Irenes are really good. I got the Luck in the Chamber Irenes that Banshee was selling right in the beginning of the Taken King. And this one doesn't look that bad. This one actually doesn't look that bad, but you can see mine. It's got Luck in the Chamber and Unflinching. This one isn't a terrible roll though. It's got Firefly, Quick Draw, and Life Support. That's overall not a very bad sniper rifle, and it's a different element than the one that I already have. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or not. It's a really solid roll, but I've got so many weapons already, I just don't know if I can afford to keep this. And the aim assist isn't exactly like the 1,000-yard stare on the Irenes. This luck in the chamber one is just definitely a better PvE type of roll than the one that I got, because luck in the chamber actually works well in PvE, because you do get headshots on enemies that have health that actually headshots are going to matter, and they're still going to potentially be alive if you hit them with a headshot. But with a luck in the chamber headshot, it's going to deal out some really nice damage. Now, I can't guarantee that I'm going to keep that Irene, but you can definitely vote in the comment section below if I should keep the solar Irene or not. Go ahead and vote for it. Now, what I'm doing right now is I see that I happen to have a marker over here. I think I might have leveled up New Monarchy. So since we're in here, we might as well go visit New Monarchy and see if they're going to give me anything really cool. I hit my head. I hit my head on that. And as we come over here, we're going to turn this in and we get ourselves a Burden of Proof. Now, Burden of Proof simply is never a PvP type of shotgun. It's got just far too low impact. And even though I have crowd control, and even though I have a rifle barrel, that is not going to make this thing viable in PvP. I have a really nice Burden of Proof though that is full auto, and that's definitely a PvE type of shotgun. A PvE version for sure, even though this thing really wants to have all the range that it can. This is not a one-shot killing type of shotgun at all. In fact, the long-range shotguns aren't even one-hit killing type of shotguns most of the time anymore. That might be a video for another day. Coming into our second Gunsmith package, we end up getting ourselves a zarinaea-d. And just looking at these PDX 45 packages, they do not look enticing. As far as our zarinaea-d, I was excited at first. I thought we had Feeding Frenzy on this, but we don't. It's just partial refund. I do have counterbalance, and that's always nice. As far as stability, not a whole lot of extra stability. So this thing was close. This thing was close to being definitely amazing. It just falls a little bit short. I actually kind of like the sight that's on this right now. That sight looks pretty nice. Even the long-range sight is going to be nice. But overall, this weapon really isn't as good as the ones that I already have as far as my zarinaea-d goes, or even the Hakon's hatchet that I have. So this thing has to go goodbye, and if we even put it on and compare it to the Arminius-d, you can see that my Arminius-d has much better stability as it is already. So unfortunately, this zarinaea-d is going to have to go goodbye. I'm sorry. And finally, we're over here on our Titan, turning in our third and final Gunsmith package. We get ourselves a Kumakatok in cannon. And I don't actually own any of these ones, just taking a look at my Ufern package. They really want you to be up in the air and having third eye. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. Let's take a look at this hand cannon, and wow, it's really interesting looking. So it's all about third eye, which is a PvP type of perk, and then triple tap is a little bit more of a PvE type of perk. You do get the extra range from reinforced barrel. Overall, I would say that this is a pretty solid hand cannon. It basically boosts up the range, which is a significant weakness, in favor of the stability, which is actually a strength. It's got some PvP and some PvE type capabilities. Overall, not bad. Again, I just don't think I'm going to have room to keep it and hold on to this, especially since we hear that there's not going to be any extra additional space in the Rise of Iron Vault. That makes me a little bit scared. We do have one final thing to turn in, and since we didn't get that God roll, you know that God roll is coming right now. The God roll is coming up. Turning in our Crucible package, we get ourselves a longbow synthesis. I'm excited because this is just the second one that I ended up getting since the Taken King. And you can see right there, we're starting off with life support and hidden hand, the perk that everybody wants, snapshot in the middle. We're rocking it out with all of the perks, and as a scope, we also get the infamous short gaze. So we got short gaze, life support, snapshot, hidden hand. That's about the best that you could want on a longbow. That's about the best that you would want on a sniper rifle in general. Obviously, there's a difference between quick draw and snapshot, but I'm really not going to complain about snapshot at all. In hidden hand, in aim assist, all over the place with the longbow. That's a nice way. That is how you close out a video. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Banshee, and I'll see you around in Destiny. On the seventh day, God rolled the longbow.